My favorite book that I read in high school was Of Mice and Men because, to be honest, it's the only one that I remember, and I definitely feel like it had the most impact on me. A lot of the books that I've read, I feel like were pretty boring, and Of Mice and Men just had that strong message, and I remember at the time I was reading, not reading, I was learning about um, Manifest Destiny in history at the time. So I had a lot of historical background that I had already could like use with like the story that I was reading. Like a lot of it made sense. Um, yeah, my favorite scene of Mice and Men has to be when, has to be when, probably the end when they the tragic ending. Yes, the tragic ending. All right, so my favorite scene of Mice and Men is when George shoots Lenny. The clip. Wait. Start clip now.
You look over there. Okay, I'll tell you. So you can almost see it. Okay? Come on. Over there. Okay? Over there. Guys like us, they got no family. And they ain't got nobody in the world that gives a hoot in hell about them.
But not us. That's it, George. But not us. Tell about us now.
Not us.
Because
Because I got you.
and I got you, George. That's what that gives a hoot in hell about us, George. But tell now how it's gonna be.
We're gonna get a little place.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little place, and
We're gonna
have
have a cow, some pigs. We're gonna have maybe a chicken. Down the flat, we'll have a little field
be
of
the alfalfa for the rabbits,
the rabbits.
and I get to tend the rabbits.
Okay, so like basically what had happened was no wait, I'm gonna start from the beginning. So basically the story is about these two guys who are migrant workers who were basically at the time like people who just like went around looking for work, you know? And that's what they were. And there's this one guy named George who was like I don't know, he was just a migrant worker, like he was a normal guy. And then Lenny has special needs. So like it's just them two always they're just like always together. So excuse me. So they eventually they come across this like land or whatever. No, it's like a ranch. And they start working there with all these other men and they start working and they have a place to stay and stuff. They have like a new boss. And there's this guy on the farm or whatever, the ranch that they're working on, whose name is Curly, who has this wife who is a little fast, or I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, look, she's a little fast. She had her own dreams, but she didn't do them because of her husband or something. He's like a control freak or something. I don't know. And she's like always looking for attention because no one gives her attention, and she wanted to be an actress, but it didn't work out. And so what had happened was Lenny likes petting soft things, and this lady has very soft hair. So one day when they were in the barn, he was trying to pet some rabbits that were in the barn, and Curly's wife just moseyed on in. And I said mosey. Okay, Curly's wife just like walked in, and she was like, "Oh my god, my hair is so soft." And he was like, "Really?" And he started touching her hair, and he by accidentally broke her neck. And because he broke her neck, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Lenny killed somebody," but like nobody understood that he was special needs. And I think that at the time, like special needs wasn't like nobody really knew how to deal with that, except for George. Like George probably kind of knew something was wrong with him, you know? Like he didn't mean harm Lenny, but he was special needs. Nobody understood him. Just a very misunderstood character, really. Um, so he had to put him out of his misery pretty much, George, as a friend, because he had already killed a dog, he just killed a rabbit, and now he killed a person. Like it just escalated, it just went too far. So as a good friend, he kind of just put the dog, not the dog, ooh, he put Lenny out of his own misery. So he found him and killed him, and it really broke his heart because in the beginning of the story it's kind of just like them two, they're like brothers, best friends. So it's really tragic, just a sad story, and it really touched my heart. And just like it was just really sad, like, but it was a good story and a really good movie. So shout out to freshman year, I think that's when I read it, in my old school, freshman year. It was a good, good book.